welcome to Effortless. Today we're going to talk about why what works for them won't work for you. But first, my name is Caitlin Kessler, creator of the 3M Method and host of this podcast. I am a mindset coach for business owners who are ready to shift into a more aligned, profitable, and effortless business. So the title and topic of this episode might come across a little bit harsh, but I mean it with all of the love, all of the excitement that I can give you. What works for them won't work for you. And that's a great thing because this allows you to recognize the need, the pull, the desire to create your own path. And y'all, that is the ticket to success. So here's the deal. We tend to only think what we see is possible. I said this before. It's not, I believe it because I see it. It's actually, I see it because I believe it. So much more is possible than you can even imagine. And that's wonderful. Think of it like this. Prior to starting your online business, were you aware that there were people doing what you do on the internet remotely in yoga pants, making hundreds of thousands of dollars per year? Probably not. And then you came across it however you did. And you were like, why the F am I not doing this? At least that's how my journey looked. I talk about this a lot with my peers, but the internet is amazing. Social media is amazing. For the most part, our parents and grandparents were very limited to what they could see as possible in their towns, wherever they're from. And that's why they, for the most part, lived and grew up and made the choices that they did. But we've been exposed to so much possibility, from teens making millions on TikTok doing silly dances, to influencers traveling the world and getting paid to do so, to women starting businesses with barely any overhead and making millions in under 3 years. And that's the tip of the iceberg. Because we can actually see that that is possible, even more is possible beyond that too. And so all of that to say, we don't need to keep recreating the wheel that so-and-so made. We don't need to be another copy of a copy of a copy. Fight Club reference, anyone? So yeah, your path might, should, will look different. And instead of that being scary, let's shift that feeling to excitement, to wonder, to curiosity, to be a scientist in a lab, or an archaeologist at a dig site, or an explorer on undiscovered land. We could be, do, and have anything. And that's amazing. Everyone you admire for one reason or another did something slightly different. As Picasso said, they learned the rules so that they could break them. So while you can totally look to others for inspiration, see their strategies, buy their courses, whatever, it's going to take a bit of bending and breaking the rules to fit you, to actually work for you. The thing about alignment and taking action from a place of alignment is everyone's version of alignment is unique to them. So yeah, totally learn from others, but make it yours. That's my rule with courses, programs, gurus, whatever, is learn and adapt, learn and tweak, learn and adjust, learn and bend, break even. Because ultimately that's the only thing that's going to work for me or for you. And it has to be what we want to do, what we feel inspired to do, what we feel motivated, called, aligned to do. So let that be the barometer by which you measure everything. Now, I said earlier, let this be more exciting than scary, but I'd be remiss not to speak to fear. Fear is fine. The only thing to fear is fear itself. I said that in a course video that I recorded recently for Own Your Expertise, and I had to look it up. Technically, FDR said it first, but I think I prefer Professor Lupin from Harry Potter. Anyway, the point is, it can be scary, and the key word here being and. I've done podcasts about the idea before, and I'm sure I'll do more. But for now, focus on that and. It can be scary, and you can still move forward. It can be scary, and you can still try it. And is a powerful AF word. It's time to embrace it. And with it being scary and you still deciding to carve your own path, here's what happens. You inspire others to do the same. Now, I care a ton about people running businesses, making money, changing the world with that money and impact. Yes. But I also really care about the ripple effect that comes with all of that. See, one person doing one thing is great, but one person inspiring 10 people who inspire their 10 people who inspire their 10 people. And that's freaking incredible. And so all of this to say, you creating something wonderful and aligned and impactful and profitable for you can and will inspire others to do the same. And so the ripple begins. And that's magical. So what works for them won't work for you. And thank goodness, because now you can relish in the excitement of discovering what works for you, right? Inside my new program, Own Your Expertise, we talk about building up the confidence, the mindset, and the strategy to actually doing this, going your own way versus trying to be another voice in the echo chamber of online business. See, I believe that the reason you struggle with feeling inadequate or unworthy or like an imposter is because you're trying to force a square peg into a round hole. And I want to show you how to own that square pegness and use it to your advantage. Inside Own Your Expertise, we dive into imposter syndrome and fear of judgment, your unique experience and story, confidence, and so much more. And you can access a totally free lesson from the course all about imposter syndrome right now. Head to CaitlinKessler.com/imposter to get started for free today.